I'm Devin Shockley.
I'm Kathleen Shockley.
And this is our living benefit story. We lived here in Running Springs, California for over 11 years now. We really love it. We've got amazing views. We've been so blessed. Steve and I have known each other now for, 32 years.
I've known Devin for decades. We play golf together, have family outings together. In fact, our kids are just a few months apart, actually.
We've watched each other's children grow up, and I can't think of a better friend. The fact that he's my life insurance agent is just a bonus.
I've been working with Devin on financial and insurance products literally since we first met. He was self-employed, didn't have anything else to fall back on, so we put together a plan that had a tax-free retirement concept to it, along with a living benefits product to make sure that his family was taken care of. So if one of my clients has a heart attack or stroke or cancer or a number of other different things that could happen to them, living benefits allows them to access their death benefit while they're still alive. Devin bought this policy primarily for a supplemental retirement plan, not thinking about the fact that he was going to end up using it for the living benefits.
I had gone into my dermatologist to just for a checkup, and she asked if there had been anything, and I said, oh yeah, I have a mole on my leg. And she took a look at it, and she goes, oh, I definitely need to take a biopsy of that. The next day, it might have been 2 days later, I get a call from her office, and they said, Devin, you need to come into the office today. And that's all they could tell me. She sat us down and she said, you have a melanoma. I felt great. I felt fine. I mean, there was no problems. And when she looked me in the eye and said, I had other patients who have had this same thing and they've lived at least 5 years. And that's when it hit me. I said, what? I didn't realize that it was something that was so, deadly.
Melanoma, they call it the silent killer. And it is, because he felt fine. If he had not had that checked out, he wouldn't be sitting here telling you about his life. And I wouldn't, be with my husband.
Because it had gone into the lymph nodes, it was at a stage 4. And they told us that it basically gave me a 60-40 chance. My first thought was, Kathleen and leaving her behind, and then of course my kids and my grandkids, I want to watch them grow up. There were so many things, that I want to do in this life. And when I heard that, it was just devastating.
And that kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. Close friend, being in that kind of a position. But on the other side of that, it was very rewarding to know that from a financial standpoint, he was going to be taken care of, Kathleen was going to be taken care of, the family was going to have everything that they needed. Now it was a matter of just concentrating on getting him well. His policy was for $500,000, so we submitted the paperwork to the insurance company. They came back with an offer of nearly $200,000.
You don't think about all of the things that you are going to be paying for. The co-pays, the prescriptions. The prescriptions alone were just outrageous.
Sure, I had insurance, and insurance is great, and I have very good insurance. There were so many things that were going on. I think my out-of-pocket costs were at least $30,000 for that year. With all the things that we paid, at least $30,000. We were able to access our living benefit. It gave me so many different options.
And the great thing about it was he was able to get through this whole ordeal with his life intact and his business intact.
Without that money, who knows where we'd be. Probably would have had to claim bankruptcy, and who knows where we would have been with our living situation at this point.
Living benefits are important. If you have a life insurance policy, if you're looking to purchase a life insurance policy, you got to have living benefits. I can't think of anything I've ever done in my career that gives me a greater sense of accomplishment than being able to have a check for Devin in the time that he needed it most.
And so I tell the story that Steve literally saved my life with the living benefits.
I couldn't comprehend the unbelievable gift that he gave us.
And here I am today, 7 years later, cancer-free.